All right, here we are, another Friday. Got this kind of cool hanging basket I'm sitting in Monteverde, and what's been going on? So this week it's been a little tricky with this computer situation. Like my computer died, and so like I did order a new one. It's waiting for me in the States. I'll get it next week, and I kind of came to terms with the idea of like delegating some of my work to people, and I kind of like accepted it. It's not going very well, um, in some ways, and that the people I've had doing the work are having some trouble, and I can't really help them, and it's not necessarily getting done. But at the same time, the reality is this is all about making clients happy. My clients aren't really frustrated. They're pretty fine with everything that's going on. One of their websites is down that had it got hacked, and I mean, granted, if I had a computer, I probably could fix it all in one day, and instead it's taking like 4 or 5 days. But it's not horrible, but it's all right. It's kind of like, what are you gonna do? Um, so now I'm in Monteverde, and I'm gonna go on a zip line canopy tour through the cloud forest today. This is kind of like an early birthday present to myself. Um, so that's cool. My birthday's in about a week, and there's this Tarzan swing at the end of the ride, which I told myself that I was gonna do when I heard people talk about it, and I'm a little bit nervous about it, but it should be pretty cool. I've been thinking about filming it or something, and I've been doing these like weekly stretch videos for a different video project, which is all about. It's supposed to be about like getting out of your comfort zone and doing new things. What I've learned is it's also about like building emotional resiliency. If I want to get into a mental health thing about it, but it's really just about like trying to do new things and getting a habit of like doing new cool stuff. So I'm gonna do that. Nervous about it. There's a piece of me that's like shit. Like I'm spending this money to do some fun thing while I'm not making as much money. I don't know. I got like this fucking hang-ups on money. Of course you need it, but some kind of hang-up. I don't really like the lighting that we've got here because the sun is right there, which is super bright in my eyes. If I do this, I got these shadow things. One thing that's gone on, I've been doing 25 milligram of Seroquel. I'm almost off this shit. I think the next video I make may be the last one of me being on any kind of medication. In fact, this might be the last one because in a week I'm going to see my doctor and she'll have me go off it. I've been kind of actually nervous a little bit, so next Wednesday I see my doctor. She'll likely give me the green light to go off the meds altogether. And then 3 days later, I'm giving a couple of presentations at MIT. My talk titled "School Sucks, So Start Your Own." And I'm actually a little nervous about going off the meds 2 days before I give that talk. I'm a little nervous I might say something or do something that I regret. So I've been sort of toying with the idea of waiting until right after my birthday to do that. Kind of funny. Still paranoid about this shit, Because, last time when I went down on the meds, there was a few days where I was like really, really, really upset and wrapped up about this school shooting stuff. And it's okay to be upset and emotional about it. Like that's not a bad thing to like express emotion about it. But it was like maybe overwhelmingly troubling me. So I'm a little bit nervous that when I drop off these things, finally there'll be a few days or a little period. I did talk to somebody who told me when they went off their meds, like 3 months later, they had this like huge bottoming out. So I'm kind of nervous about that. I also feel like maybe we did this the right way, going over like a real slow, gradual period of time. I'm kind of expecting when I post these videos that I've been like reading a lot of critiques for this project I've been doing for Mind Freedom. I was reading these critiques of the Hearing Voices movement and how it's encouraging people to go off medications, and it's encouraging people to, listen to their voices and talk to them. And not that I hear voices, but I don't think that what I'm doing here is actually bad. Like, sure, maybe I'm encouraging people to go off their medications if that's what they want. Maybe I'm sort of inspiring them to do that, but I think I'm also really, the fact that I did this so slowly, it's almost like a 2-year process, year and a half process, is sort of, at least in I'm inspiring people to go off medications, I'm not inspiring them at all to do it cold turkey. I did that once over a weekend, and it was fucking crazy. I stole a house. I was pretty fucking nuts, thinking I was seeing some ghosts. Maybe I was, but it was really crazy. That's a story for a different time. I don't even really know how to tell that story of I stole this. Me and a girlfriend. Somehow I persuaded her to go along with all this shit, which I think was part of the problem. Is that that made it seem like okay, because I had somebody who was like, yeah, Jim's being crazy, but rational enough that this isn't a horrible idea. I think that was actually the first time we ever got in a fight, because I did take it pretty far. But yeah, I'm not advising anyone go off them cold turkey. There's a little paranoia about how this will be perceived. I also don't want to go off them successfully and then become this kind of poster child for, successful withdrawal from medications. And then, what if I go on them again one day? Or what if I end up back in the nut house? Or what if, after all this, I'm not really happy? I feel like this is kind of getting the shit out of the way so that I can sort of begin to build my life in a way. I kind of thought maybe I'd get off the meds and all of a sudden, boom, I'd be like this happy fucking person and everything would be perfect. But I think more than anything, I realized that it's maybe this is just getting some shit out of the way so that I can then kind of begin pursuing doing the right things in my life. So that's cool. I don't think I have much else to say in this thing. So let's just check out, and I'll see you in a week.